This is going to be the toughest fight of his career.
Shut up, relax.
The most embarrassing fight of his career.
Chair across your face.
Yeah, I think he's about to cry.
I'm definitely up for fighting. There's a lot of names in the division, for sure. But at the same time, look at what this creates as well. I'm a fighter and I understand that economics of business as well. And this does good business.
Are you really going to do this? Absolutely. Are we going to do this? For a record payday? To go in and spark Jake Paul before we start the serious stuff in 2026? Don't tell me what we should have.
The boxing world isn't just warning Jake Paul, they're practically dialing 911 pre-fight. Everyone from grizzled analysts to retired knockout artists is screaming the same thing. This is not a fair matchup. This is a documentary about a man volunteering for chaos. Joshua isn't just bigger. He's a former world champion with a resume made of broken jaws and shattered ambitions.
Joshua should not get in the way of Fury and Joshua. Really, in my view, it's an absolute joke. It shouldn't be sanctioned. I really don't believe it should be sanctioned. I have a sneaking suspicion that it would be a very big fight. But the biggest thing is us rubbernecking to actually see if they do get to the point where they step in the ring together. Because Jake Paul's an area level fighter, a British area level fighter, and Anthony Joshua is still a killer and a live heavyweight. That should not be sanctioned anywhere in the world, in my view.
It's dangerous, mate.
Very dangerous.
It brings the sport into disrepute. The people that are talking about organising that, they should have a real hard look at themselves.
But even Eddie Hearn's kind of teasing he doesn't like it, but you can see the glimpse of dollars.
There's no price. There is no price.
There shouldn't be.
There's absolutely no price
Agree with you.
on the planet in order to...
Meanwhile, Jake Paul's resume includes YouTube and running a podcast. Experts describe this matchup like a Disney character fighting a tank. The danger isn't subtle, it's fireworks on a gas station roof obvious. And unlike his influencer bouts, this isn't a cute learning experience. This is a heavyweight apocalypse waiting to happen. The entire sport is staring at this situation with the same expression you give a toddler running with scissors: horrified fascination. If this fight happens, fans won't be watching to see who wins.
Beat him 3 times. The 4 fighters that he beat didn't come to win. So he's not in his prime, is he? He's literally at the end of his career, pretty much finished. And this is why taking this fight with you is telling you all you need to know. It's a cash out. He might as well just cream as much money as he can at the end of his career, fighting an absolute joke shop in clown world. When I beat Anthony Joshua, he says, every doubt disappears. Come on. I mean, if this is a straight up AJ versus Jake Paul, then we all know what should happen. This is a 1-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury for crying out loud. He can't jump in with Anthony Joshua now and expect to get a result. So, nothing's gonna no doubt.
They'll be watching to see if Jake Paul still remembers his login password afterward. But the craziest part? Jake actually asked for this. He looked at a 6'6" monster with nuclear fists and said, "Yeah, let me try that." This isn't confidence, this is a man speed-running life lessons. Joshua's team isn't sugarcoating a single thing. They're openly admitting, yep, this fight makes a fortune, while simultaneously hinting they might need a stretcher. It's the most bizarre—
Like 2 rounds. Really? Why do you look surprised when I don't.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro, you're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna get hurt badly, and this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. I mean, AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
Well, when you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat styles there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou, so...
And that's why you don't look, you can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to, what's it called again?
our corporate pitch ever. We're going to make millions. But also, someone might leave with a new face shape. Joshua treats this whole situation like an overtime gig, light money before the real work begins. That alone should terrify Jake. Imagine your opponent saying you're his warm-up act before he gets serious again. Joshua could be in pajamas and still be dangerous. And the marketing around this fight? Pure comedy.
I do believe it because AJ's involved, and I think AJ'd struggle to he's going to take enough flack over this, but again, it's money talk. So I think AJ will struggle because it's an all-win situation. If he goes in there and Jake Paul lasts the distance, what does he tell you about AJ? Apart from he's just earned an extra 15 million quid. If he goes there and struggles with Jake Paul, then what does he say about AJ? Your heydays are well and truly over. If he goes in there and knocks him out, then I'll say that's to be expected. So the glory, there's probably not much glory in it, apart from the haters of Jake Paul to say, "Oh, I've got rid of this kid." I think it's very brave of Jake Paul. So now the problem child has got to believe this fight's actually happening. So now you've got our attention. So now you've got to back up the boast. It's not about, you're not playing tiddlywink. This is the only game you can't play. You can play football, golf.
Everyone pretends the buildup is dramatic, but all signs point to a business transaction disguised as a boxing match. Joshua gets paid. Fans get entertained. Jake gets, well, hopefully medical insurance with excellent coverage. And beneath the glitzy promotions, the real tension is this. Paul thinks he's entering a financial blockbuster. Joshua thinks he's doing a public service, reminding influencers there are limits to clout. One man sees opportunity, the other sees a tune-up. Spoiler, tune-ups don't end well when one man swings Thor's hammer. The avalanche of do not do this coming from the boxing world is
gonna be 35 years of age. It's crazy what I'm about to ask you, but can Jake Paul really beat Anthony Joshua?
All right, listen, I give all credit. Everyone knows that. They get mad at me that I gave too much credit to Paul. Why? He's done a hell of a job to put himself in this position. He sold himself. He sold his dream. He took his dream. He took his idea. And he put it out there, and he made it happen. Give him credit for that. And he made it happen. And he took risk along the way. Yeah, he picked his spots. He's in the driver's seat. He gets to pick his spots. He's the one bringing the money. He's the one promoting. Yeah, he's the name. He made himself that, coming from where he came from, with all his followers and the whole thing, and just the uniqueness of what he was doing. But he has learned along the way. He's not a top guy yet. No, I don't know that he ever will be. He didn't have that amateur background and the things that you usually need to be a top guy. But he has improved. He is a work in progress. He is a guy that you got to give him credit that he's respected the sport.
So dramatic, it feels like a Shakespeare tragedy. Eddie Hearn is basically trying to slap sense into Jake with press conferences. Moses Atalma isn't hinting, he's yelling, "This shouldn't be sanctioned." It's rare to see the entire community agree on anything, yet here they stand, united like they're protesting a new law. Stop Jake Paul 2025. They fear real injuries, not dramatic TV injuries, but you might forget your Wi-Fi password forever injuries. This isn't your typical mismatch. This is like entering a lion enclosure armed with positive thinking. The experts aren't exaggerating, they're horrified. They're talking brain damage, career-ending impact, structural redesign of the skull.
Like I've said, he's cashing out. And fair play to him, he's cashing out. But to what detriment to his legacy? A lot, really. Because if this is going to be his last fight, fighting this clown show, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? It's no ideal way to go out. But people would argue, well, he's just taking the money and running. So you can't really argue with that. So that's it for another episode of Frosty on Fire. Now to get my opinion out there, because I know you've all been waiting for it. It's a shame, really. I'd like to see Anthony Joshua, actually, even though I don't believe he can do it. But when Eddie Hearn tells us that AJ is going to become a 3-time world champ, it'd be nice to see the rebuilding process and get back behind him. 1 or 2 easy fights and then go for a world title. And this could be one of the 2 easy fights. But I just think if you're going to jump in with fake Paul at this level, which is like I say, arguably a massive mismatch, it's no way to step towards or climb a ladder to get towards that world title. So this, for me, tells me that Anthony Joshua knows he's finished at any sort of elite level or world level. He won't be trying to go down a world title level anymore. This is just a cash out. So good luck to him. Fair play to him, but hopefully when he's finished this fight, he'll be honest with us and say, listen, I've milked it, I've creamed it, I've had an unbelievable touch at the end of my career. I mean, he's already had an outrageous touch, Annie, with the involvement of Saudi Arabia, and now he's just creaming it at the end. He's got fake Paul, which is massive. Great for AJ, fair play to him. Anybody would do the same at the end of the career he's had. You know, he's not an elite heavyweight, is he? He's never going to come back and
And Jake? He smiles like he's about to fight a middle school bully, not a heavyweight, who hits harder than overdue rent. It's not just one warning, it's dozens from different eras, all chanting the same prophecy. This ends badly, and the scariest part isn't the criticism. It's that Jake genuinely, wholeheartedly, fully believes he's the exception to physics. Paul sees the fight as validation. Joshua sees it as income. Fans see it as carnage. Promoters see it as Christmas. But beneath the hype lies a truth. The gap between them is so enormous it almost feels fictional. Paul wants to silence critics. Joshua wants to silence Jake. And everyone else wants to see what happens when delusion meets.
Fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters.
Said all of that. This might be a step too far. Now, when I say it, I'm also, I try to be responsible. I've been in this game 50 years, so I know where not to step, where you could twist an ankle, or worse, you could break a leg or fall down. When I say that with the understanding, too, that Joshua's coming off being knocked out. Joshua hasn't fought for a year, right? But it's about a year. And there's some ghost in his attic. There are. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's gotten rid of some of them, but I know that in the position of a fighter coming where he's coming from, there are ghosts in your attic. I don't know if those ghosts are still taking up space. I don't know if maybe there could be no better exorcism for those ghosts than fighting a Jake Paul. That might be just the exorcism you need to clear out the attic. I don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. That's the mystery part of this. That's what makes it so, it makes it two things at once. Intriguing and
Meets heavyweight reality. The stakes are insane health, legacy, brand value, sports credibility. Jake could become a legend or a cautionary tale. Joshua could secure a bag or spark a media meltdown. And the world? They'll watch with popcorn, prayer, and curiosity. Because deep down, this isn't about boxing anymore. It's about seeing whether confidence can survive contact with a sledgehammer.